Hey everyone, welcome to the Inequalities Notes, which is just your intro video to the Inequalities one-step, two-step, and multi-step video. So you have to watch this one first, okay? Don't forget to subscribe and like, okay? Let's go ahead and get that out the way in the beginning. All right, so all you need for this video is your pencil and your notebook. You do not need a calculator for this one. Okay. At this time, I want everyone to pause my screen and write down everything you see. Okay. Write down all of these notes and press play once you're done, and then you can start following along with me. Okay. So now that you have the notes written down, let's talk about it. Remember, everyone should have paused and everyone should have everything written down. Okay. The first thing let's talk about is x is less than 10. All right. The inequality for x is less than 10 is right here. Okay. And one thing I want you guys to think about is this right here, the inequality sign. That's our less than sign. I want us to look at that like it's an alligator mouth. I know, crazy, right? Some people compare it to Pac-Man, okay, but we're going to look at it like an alligator mouth. So you can make a mouth. I can't draw that well, but if it was an alligator, think about a mouth right here. These are teeth, okay? Y'all know I can't draw, all right? And the alligator always eats the biggest number, okay, or the biggest side. So right now the alligator is eating the 10, which means x is smaller because we're looking at the x, okay? So it's saying x is smaller than 10, all right, because the alligator is not eating it. The alligator eats the biggest thing. It's not eating the x, that means it's smaller, okay? If the alligator just started chewing with his mouth wide open and swimming, it's going to go towards that 10. That means the 10 is bigger and the x is smaller, okay? Now, when we're dealing with less than or greater than, okay, we use an open circle when we're graphing. That's this right here, open circle. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put an open circle on this 10 here. And X is smaller because the alligator is not eating it once again. So we're going to go towards the direction of the smaller numbers. 9 is smaller. So it's going to go this way. That's how we graph it. Pretty easy, right? Okay. Another technique you can use is that, look, the sign we're looking at looks like this, right? It says X is less than 10. That's the sign. Okay. You can draw an arrow from the sign and see which direction it points. Doesn't this arrow match this arrow? Yeah. Okay. It matches the arrow on this side, not the one on this side. It's going opposite. Okay. It matches this here. That's how we know we're right. But this only works if X is in the front. So as we go through all the videos with inequalities, we're going to always put our X in the front. Okay. And that's how we do our final answer with the X in the front. Okay. So let's look at this one. This one says X is greater than 10. So that means the alligator is eating the X because it's bigger. So my alligator teeth right here, little baby teeth there. Okay. It's eating the X. That means X is bigger. So let's put our open circle because it's greater than on 10. Okay. And X is greater than 10. What numbers are greater than 10? 9 or 11? 11 is greater. So your arrow is going to go this way. Or if you want to use Miss Brown's other way, we can redraw the sign here and draw an arrow from it. Now, which arrow does it match? Does this match this side or this side? It's going to match this arrow here, you see? So we know it's going this way. Okay? So it's going this way once again because 11 is bigger than 10 and it says X is greater than 10. That means bigger. Greater means bigger than. Okay? More than. Okay? X is greater than 10. All right, so now let's look down here. And remember, if I'm moving too fast at any time, you can always pause the screen. Okay? Let's look here. So now we're looking at something different. It says X is less than or equal to. So whenever you see the words or equal to, it's going to be a closed circle. So remember, the open circle was just for less than or greater than. But the closed circle on our graphs would be for less than or equal to or greater than or equal to on the number line, I'm sorry. Okay, so let's start by we're on number 10. So let's put a closed circle on number 10. I'm going to close it up, just color it in. Okay, and now when I read this, it says X is less than or equal to 10. Okay, the alligator is eating the 10. You see? Alligator eating the 10. That means X is smaller. What number is smaller than 10? 9 or 11? 9 is smaller than 10. So we know it's going this way. Okay. And once again, if you want to use my other method, your sign, it looks like this. Okay. And so if I draw an arrow from it, this arrow matches this side. So we are right. Okay. Let's look at this one down here. X is greater than or equal to 10. Some of us don't know what the words greater than or less than means. So think about this alligator here. Is the alligator eating the X? It is. So that means X is going to be bigger. We're going to put a closed circle on the number 10 because it has greater than or equal to. Okay. And this line here is your equal to sign. So you have your sign and then this line under it. It's just telling you that it's or equal to. Okay. So this is saying that X is greater than or equal to 10. What numbers are either 10 or greater than 10? Greater means bigger. So the alligator is eating the X, which means it's bigger than 10. The number bigger than 10 is going this way towards 11, 12, 13, 14, all those numbers that are bigger than 10. Okay. And you can redraw the sign here, just like this. Make it an arrow. And look, doesn't this arrow match this arrow over here? Perfect. So if you are not done writing your notes out and everything that I have on the screen, pause the video and go ahead and do so. If you are, let it just keep playing and we'll move on to some more practice. Okay? All right. So right here, go ahead and pause the screen. You can make your page into 4 sections, just like I have right here, and write these out and press play when you're done. So once you have this written down, you should also have your notes page out so you can see that as we go through these 4 questions. Okay? So this first one, if you don't know how to read it, it's okay. Look at this. Let's look at the alligator's mouth. The alligator is going to eat the X. So does X bigger or smaller than 4? Think about it. X is going to be bigger because the alligator eats the biggest side. Okay? And this here is an open circle because there's no line underneath it. So let's put a open circle right here. And this says X is bigger than 4 or X is greater than 4. Remember, alligator eats the biggest side. So which side is bigger than 4? 3 or 5? 5 is, so we know it's going this direction. Okay? And if you don't know how to do it that way, draw the sign and draw your arrow. And the arrow that matches is right here. Okay? What I mean my match is, look at this. If I drag this over here, it matches up, it's pointing in the same direction. Okay? If I pick this up and move it over here, you see it's not pointing in the same direction as this arrow here. It points as the same way as this one. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Okay? And then there's another step they want us to do. For this, they want us to graph the inequality and list 3 solutions. So let's think to ourselves, this says X is bigger than 4. What are 3 solutions that are bigger than 4? Give me some numbers. Just think about to yourself and write down some numbers you think that are bigger than 4. What about 16? Yeah, that's bigger than 4. 5 is listed up here. That's bigger than 4. What about 28 is bigger than 4? Could the answer be 4? It cannot be 4 because 4 is not bigger than 4. 4 is equal to 4. Okay? This is eating all the numbers that are bigger than 4. Let's look at this one here. Okay? X is less than 12. And if you don't know how to read that, let's look at our alligator mouth. Draw your alligator teeth. Okay? Now, Miss Brown's teeth, they don't look too great in this picture right here, but you get it. These are alligator teeth, okay? The alligator eats the biggest number, which is 12. So that means X is smaller. So let's go to our number line here. We're going to put an open circle on 12 because it says it's less than. There's no line underneath it. So if it's no line like this underneath there. So it's just an open circle, okay? And let's see, all the numbers less than 12 because X is less than 12, okay? 12 is greater than X because the alligator is eating the 12. That means X is smaller, okay? The numbers that are smaller than 12 are 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you want to draw it this way, you can draw it like that and draw your arrow, and these arrows so indeed match. So now let's think of some numbers that are smaller than 12. 11 is one that we have in the picture here. Okay, on our number line. What is another one? What about 0? Okay, that could be a solution. What about negative 16? That's smaller than 12. So these are my three different solutions I made up. There are infinite number of solutions. You can put whatever three solutions that you would like to that are smaller than the number 12. Remember, it can't be 12 because there's no equal sign under here. Okay? Now let's look at this one over here. It says x is less than or equal to negative 2. See how we have the equal sign under here this time? That means we're going to have a closed circle here on our negative 2. Okay, now let's see what the alligator is eating. The alligator is eating the negative 2, which means x is smaller than negative 2. Okay, so just think about here is 0 because some people get confused when we see negative numbers. 1, 2, 3, we'll keep going over here. Okay. The numbers that are smaller than negative 2 would be all the lower negative numbers, which are this way. Okay, because the numbers get bigger going this way. We want the numbers that are smaller. And if you don't know how to read this and you're still a little bit confused, just redraw it because our variable's in the front. You can just draw an arrow. And our arrow that points this direction here. So we know it goes this way. Okay. Lastly, look at this one here. Think to yourself, do we have an open circle or a closed circle for this? Hopefully you said a closed circle because the equal to sign is underneath it. So let's draw our circle and let's color it in. It's a closed circle. X is getting eaten by the alligator. That means the X is bigger. Okay, our numbers that are bigger than 35 are going this way. Okay, numbers bigger are going that way. And if you don't understand that, look at that. We're going to redraw the sign. And you can draw your arrow and it's pointing to match this one here. Okay? Easy stuff. Now, if you want to go back through and write some solutions up here, okay? X is less than or equal to negative 2. You see that equal to? That means it can be equal to negative 2. So that could be one of our solutions. Okay? Another number that is less than over here is, look at this, negative 3. Look at that, the negative 3. Negative 4 or negative 25. It can be anything that is smaller than negative 2 or equal to negative 2. Okay. In here, that's self-explanatory. You can do that on your own. You can list numbers that are bigger than 35 or equal, because that equal sign to 35. So 35 can definitely be one of your solutions. Okay. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys at One Step Inequalities.